I've been expecting you. Hi, I'm Reese Williams, and for the final project, which is the debate on whether or not Damien Hirst's A Thousand Years is really art, I'm going to be debating for the against side. I'm going to be a psychologist who doesn't believe in this piece of art or doesn't believe that this piece of art is a piece of art. He knows very little about art. The little he does know is from dealings with patients where he uses ink blots and such to describe or to for image association, like what they see rather than what they see, like or what somebody else would see. And he visits art galleries very rarely. On the very rare occasion, if a patient needs like super bad help about and he's an artistic guy, he'll try to do some research into art to figure out how to best help him, the how to best help the artistic person. So my first point for the against side is that Damien Hirst had a very, very poor upbringing. He when he was little, his mom didn't much care for him, and there was one time where his mom actually cut up one of his pairs of pants. He had a pair of pants that had a bunch of zippers. I can't remember what they're called, but it was a pair of pants with like a bunch of zippers that you see like stereotypical emo kids wear. Um, and he was wearing, or his mother cut up a pair of his pants that were like that. And he had a vinyl record. His mother melted his vinyl record into a plant pot. So his mom didn't much care for it, and traumatic experiences like that can cause a variety of mental disorders that include but are not limited to PTSD and depression and addictions. So doing stuff are like so when his mother did stuff like that, he was uh, in the back of his mind now. He remembers that, and he remembers that with like a almost a fear. And so my second point, and completely unrelated from my first, is that he's worked with these components before. In his previous artworks, he's worked with flies and he's worked with maggots before. He's constricted the lives of bugs and mangled the corpses of animals before for different pieces of art, and it's super crazy how he's done it more than once. Like you would think an artist would do something like that once rather than using living animals as a component, as a replenishable resource. Like they don't even matter. Like and like constricting the lives of those bugs to literally sitting in a box until they can learn to fly. And then when they learn to fly, they fly out of the box through a hole into a bug zapper. The bug zapper kills the bugs are dead, didn't get to see anything, just sat in a box until they died. And that cow head is actually probably the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. But that's besides the point. My third point is that whenever he's asked about pieces or about his art, he always gives vague spiritualistic ramblings about how like he believes that it symbolizes the circle of life, that like the box, how the flies are born and then they turn into maggots and they grow into flies and then they die. It's the circle of life in a box, so he says yeah, that's all my points. I'm done. Goodbye.